This is a pretty pins and needles kind of episode.
Hi. You're my new lab assistant, I take it?
Yes, I am.
In this episode, we introduce the character of Gail Bedecker.
I suppose you'll want to hear my qualifications.
Gail is everything Jesse's not.
It's all about the quinic acid level.
Gail is a real chemist, almost an equal to Walt.
I love the lab because it's all still magic.
The guy's a real brain. Of course, we're probably wondering as we watch this, gee, are Jesse and Walt done? Are they permanently over as partners?
No guy that'll wipe this off the planet. No questions asked.
I'll call him.
This episode's a big one because we say goodbye to a very old and dear friend.
This is mine just as much as yours. You don't get a gist.
Oh, God.
What?
It's the climax of the episode.
You let him right to us.
Hank's just about to bust Jesse.
Jesse doesn't know he's being tailed by Hank, and there's just this pure panic.
Little does Hank realize that right on the other side of this very thin RV door is Walter White.
So what do we do, man?
So they have to just try and get out of this, and of course, Walt comes up with a plan.
I literally put the script down and said, oh my goodness, I can't believe they came up with this, you know? All the characters in this show are so flawed and they're so frail. And even Hank, who is supposed to be this tough guy, and underneath he's panicking, he's got all these problems. Everybody has an exterior that is not true to who they are.
My writers and I went round and round about doing this in this episode, but we finally said, now's the time. And in this episode, as you see at the very end of this thing, we get rid of the RV. The RV gets turned into little bitty bits of metal, and it has to be done because Hank has tracked Jesse to this RV, and he also realizes that this RV is a meth lab.
They had to get rid of the evidence, so they paid somebody on the slide to crush it. So we had to go buy a different motorhome, identical, coloring, size, everything, and then we crushed it. So they kind of blended in three different motorhomes. They were outside the one as it was getting crushed. They had this one there, and then they would come back on stage and shoot the interior of Walt and Jesse having their conversation with Hank outside trying to get inside.
In this episode, Gus Fring, the very good businessman / drug kingpin that Walt is now working for in season 3, is in kind of a tough spot politically. He's got these two cousins who desperately want to not only kill Walter White, but chop him into little tiny bits with a big shiny axe.
No van a matar a Walter White.
Gus needs Walt right now. He needs him to cook. He needs his super lab up and running. So he does a politically very brilliant maneuver here.
Como muestra de respeto, digo que sí.
He says, this is my territory. DEA agents are usually off limits because we don't want to start a war, but you know what? I respect you guys so much that I'm going to give you a DEA agent, the guy who actually pulled the trigger on your cousin Tuco.
El nombre de la gente es Hank Schrader.
In this moment, we're thinking, oh, hell, this is going to end badly. And we're also realizing something new about Gus, that he is really not necessarily the mild-mannered, kinder, gentler meth kingpin that we perhaps thought he was.
Que su muerte les satisfazca.